Entering. Attention pop-up. The servers are not. Entering main menu. Screenplay now is selected. Entering. Set active controller pop-up. Changing your act. Entering. Set active controller pop-up. Changing your active profile might result in loss of data or progress. Are you sure you want to proceed? Select Oklahoma or March Virginia, wait for Washington, Washington, West Virginia, Western, Wisconsin, Arkansas Razorback, Arizona Wildcats selected. Arkansas, Boy, Houston, Bowl, Georgia, Sharks, Florida, Colorado, East, Michigan State, Michigan Wilbur, Michigan, Middleton, Appalachia, Clemson, Boy, Baylor, Charlotte 49, ready. Central, Buffalo, Enter, Bowling Green, Boston, Baylor, Balls, Buke, Auburn, Army, Arkansas, Rays, Arizona Wildcats, Wyoming, West, wait for, Husk Trojans, Ucken Husk, Rutgers, Penn, Ole Miss Rebels, Oregon, ready. Edit enter. Uniform name option is set to home flyer. Ready. Entering game settings screen. Event type option is set to exhibition.
When you see that field of blue, you know it can be only one place in the world. Boise, Idaho, on the campus of Boise State and home to the fabled giant killers, the Boise State Broncos. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks, taking on a team from the Mountain West, the Boise State Broncos. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up.
Play call screen.
And the Broncos will put total leather to crank us up. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So Oregon's offense takes the field. And here's the band they rally around, and he has earned that type of respect, David.
You dang right. You earn it by doing it, and he's done it at such a high level. Everyone believes in this young man, and Palmer, there's a reason why.
You're right, David. He's been in the big moments, and he's won the big games. This guy delivers when the game is on the line.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Get the quarterback off his spot. Make him flush from the pocket. Put a good hit on him. Check, check, check. You want to do everything you can to make the QB uncomfortable. The defense did all 3 of those on this play and finished it off with a nice lick, nice physical play on the quarterback.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
27 options. Cover 2 men is selected.
Wants to throw. It's Gabriel. Gets rid of it. Fires to the tight end. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The offense will have to use its first time out of the half.
Entering play call. RZ cross HB rail. 2 invert hard flat.
They are backing up their pregame words. Their first drive of the game, 4th down in their own end, and they're going for it. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Fires it into traffic and is picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Sometimes the quarterback puts that zip on it, and you can hear it. Sometimes he uses the lob wedge where it takes a little time to get there. That time, he used the lob wedge. The defender came in and made the interception. Big play for this defense.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
The offense lining up for a first down play.
Zone WK selected.
Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
And that's why these guys played defense. If that were an offensive player or receiver, that would have easily have been a catch. Come on, man. You've got to catch that and make that a pick.
Second down coming up. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Tagger, player, error, Ash, backs cross, AHB slip screen, AHB slip screen.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Pressure coming. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
Man, you can't draw it up any better than that. First possession, force a third down. You want to shut the home crowd up, sack the quarterback, create some momentum. Now you're getting the football back to your offense, probably with great field position.
Makes a move. You want to talk about dynamic ability to flip a field on display right there. And it was just about a return for a touchdown. Couldn't ask for better field position for this offense. Looking for room. It's James. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the chains for the first down. The Ducks want to pick up the tempo. They'll ride the hot hand. Keeps the legs moving. They knock him down, and what a disastrous play for this offense. A loss of 10.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They'll just try to forget about that disastrous running play on first down, second and long coming up. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
Listen, defense is about energy, it's about passion, it's about physicality. They need a little bit more of that. Get the guy on the ground. You can't let guys break tackles. What could have been set up in a long yardage situation, now it becomes an easier situation because you couldn't get him on the ground.
Floating away. He wants it all. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there. The offense failed to convert on fourth down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on down. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. First down for this offense. They'll try the run. He breaks the tackle. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, he did everything he could to try to avoid all those defenders, but at the end, it's still a negative play. Tackle for loss.
One defender, then the next one. The blitzing guy got a shot at him. Everybody had a shot. It took a while to get him down.
Yeah, great effort by that defense, not quitting the play.
Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there. Still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work for big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up. Got a little bit of yardage, but they really wanted that one to be a big gamer.
Picks up just a few before he's brought down. Not really willing to take a risk there on third and long. The Broncos will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll bring it back. It's Johnson. Bust through behind his pad. He gets a block. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Handoff from the gun. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. So first down didn't exactly go according to plan. Let's see what they can dial up on second down.
Reese, I got him right where I want him. Okay, I'm going to throw the football. Now I can get back in shotgun. Let's forget the running game stuff. We're going to play a little pitch and catch and see how good that secondary is.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And it's caught inside the 25. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. The Ducks will snap it on 1st and 10. From the gun, Give on the inside. Spins away from the defense. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Oregon!
What a nice touchdown run, and this is a team effort, right? It's got to start with the offensive line to give you that crease, and then the wide receivers start to kick in, and the running back, he handles the rest.
Entering
nice
play
touchdown
call,
run.
coach suggestions, there are 6 categories. Play call.
Lining up to add another. Oh, and he hit the upright.
Entering play
Quick
call.
work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays.
Options,
And what a way to finish it off with a 21-yard touchdown run. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs, get some positive momentum.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Dropping back, it's Nelson. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
The defense burns their 3rd and final timeout of the half.
Prince Stretchen, you have 41 options.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. He can't make the catch. Had it right in his hands, and it'll be 4th down.
Yeah, and you can tell he was trying to run with that football before he caught it. That slant route, you stick your foot in the ground, cut towards the QB. This is one of those plays where he puts it on the money, and you just try to make yards after the catch, but keyword being after the catch.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Shakes off the defender. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Great running backs consistently make people miss. And he did a really good job breaking one tackle, but he couldn't do it to the next, to the next, to the next. The offensive line, they're going to have to do a lot better job, giving them some more space so we can get out in the open field and make some plays for this offense.
At the 40, there he goes. He wasn't far from taking it to the house, and that'll be the final play of the 1st quarter. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. And we've come to the end of the 1st as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get here with 1st down to open this period. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Oh, the pirouette gets him loose. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! Boy, did he just scorch that defense with that.
Entering play
he shows you all of it. He's got the speed, he's got the agility. This dude's a big-time playmaker.
There are 6
Just give him the ball, he'll
categories.
find
We have 9
different ways
options.
to kill you in different
Selected.
ways.
And with the extra point, they stretch the lead
Entering
to
play
13.
ball. Special
Quick
teams.
work on
We
that
have 7
scoring drive, just
options.
4
5,
plays.
4, 2.
And he
Return
closed
left is
the deal by
selected.
scooting 31 yards for the score. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Boise State ready to send out that offense. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-what.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this offense. They just got to stay on the field.
Entering post screen, you have
Together
11
and
options.
get some balance going,
Selected.
running and throwing the ball.
They'll immediately call timeout.
Count, cross 3-5, SS, Wilbur, SS2 trap.
This offense has a second down play. On the run, it's Genty. Oh, gave the defender the business. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Offensive linemen love to run the power. Why? You run power. You run power. Then you can play action. You don't want that defense to be sitting there saying, it's a pass, having to pass block every play. You've got to keep defenses off balance.
Trying to set up the screen, and he throws the interception. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Oregon! A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense.
And how about that play by this defense? Reading the running back, coming out of the backfield, breaking on the football, making the pick, and then walking himself into the end zone for a touchdown.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready?
Oh, look out! A huge pickup on the play before he goes out of bounds, but the question is, will it stand? There is a penalty marker on the field.
Entering play call.
The officials offer the deal, and the
There are
coach
8
accepts it. They
categories.
will
You
take
have
the
15
penalty.
options. HB sweep is selected.
Offense getting set for first down. From the gun, running back gets to give.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. Try to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Dropping back, it's Nelson. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
This defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Sends it downfield. He's got it on the left. Hit the afterburners, kid. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Boise State. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jumpstarts the offense.
Man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
He's looking for an open man on second down. Ball in the air, intercepted. He was looking for running room, but they get him down at the 28, and now they are set up.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
Over. There are 3
no reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Looking to move it through the air. Fires to the right. And that pass is intercepted. Looking for more room. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return.
Entering
and we know turnover margin is a huge part of winning ball games. Interception number 2. The quarterback has to do a better job taking care of the football. Don't force it. Take the high completion percentage stuff. Don't always try to go for the big play.
Looking left. Makes the grab. Nice pick up there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
That's a really nice looking throw. When I think about the Ducks offense, I think about explosive plays, right? In the running game, but also in the passing game. I feel like if this team is going to win...
He's loose. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown Ducks.
Formation.
You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
And he made the extra point without problem. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They're lining up to kick it off, and he ought to be able to knock this one anywhere he wants after that extra 15 yards with the roughing the kicker. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff saves for the back of the end zone. The Broncos. See if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play. Big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or you trust him right away.
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. This defense has kept him backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Trying to get to it. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
3rd and long situation. They try to go screen. I think they were hoping it was going to be a big zone and they could get those offensive linemen down the field, but the defense sniffed it out, forcing the incompletion.
On 4th down, looking to pass. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Great spot to start this drive for the offense. Back to pass, it's Gabriel. Getting some heat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Here he goes, breaking the pocket. To the end zone, and is picked off. Takes it the other way. A veteran in this defense stayed locked in on his rules and made the interception.
Defensive backs have tough jobs. You think about whether you play nickel, whether you play dime, whatever it is, you put more DBs on the field. It's more speed. It's more guys that can cover.
And that is interception number 3 on the day.
Entering cover 4 quarters.
Well, this is just the type of field position this offense wants. Going up top on 1st down. Feeling some heat. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Wants to throw on second down. He'll take a shot. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Man, I've been there. This is one of those games you just want to forget right away and turn the page. 4 kicks now thrown by this guy, and you're just not able to make your reads. Things aren't clicking. You're not seeing the field, and the ball's not coming out.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. And the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
The name of the game is getting to the quarterback. But I love getting to the quarterback and finishing with a nice rip and forcing that fumble out. God, there's nothing like it.
Entering play call, concept. Cover 2-man. There
the Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Mistakes are going to happen as they did on that last drive. Now how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad.
And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Oregon! When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. The kickoff team out there and ready to go. Set to kick this one. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you dug yourself a significant hole.
Options, fade white cross is selected.
The play action fake. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this off. He's taking the shot. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down.
And on that third down play, there just wasn't any timing between the quarterback as an intended target. As a result, ball falls incomplete, setting up fourth.
Despite failing earlier on fourth down, they will try again here. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Takes a hit as he fires. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Here's first and goal, and they could go to the locker room with a huge cushion. Scanning the field, it's Gabriel. Going for 6. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks!
Oregon, number 15. Hauls it in the end zone.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board.
Entering paused screen, you have 12 options.